Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nur Aliza binti Muhammad Kamal, matrix number 2019293288, and I am CEO of IOI Properties Group Berhad.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Tengku Faria binti Tengku Nurisha. My matrix number is 2019244662 and my position is I am the first financial manager.
And my name is Nur Faika binti Muhammad Noor. My matrix number is 2019421582. I am as financial manager too.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Sarah Akila binti Tajul Arifin and my matrix number is 2019238856. I will be a financial institution.
Hi, my name is Fatima binti Hazimi. My matric number is 2019275968 and I am as a shareholder in IOI Properties Group Berhad.
Hello, Assalamualaikum, and good morning, everyone. Today, I am glad to welcome all board members to the investment meeting for the year 2020. Welcome to Ms. Tengku and Ms. Faika, our financial analyst, Ms. Sarah, our banker from Maybank Sidran Berhad, and Ms. Fatimah, our investor for today. The objective of our meeting is to present our annual financial report for IOI Properties Group Berhad as a guideline for our investor and our banker for today. Okay, let's proceed to the main objective of this meeting. The report is an open discussion. Ms. Tengku, you may start.
Thank you, Ms. Aliza, the CEO of IOI Properties Group Berhad. Now I will explain the detail about the statement of financial position of the company in 2022 and show the comparison between 2022 and 2019. So I'll talk about the comparison. The total non-current asset for the year 2020 has increased by RM35,353,858 ringgit compared to 2019, which is RM34,892,412 ringgit. Next, the total current assets for the year 2020 have increased by RM25,353,856 ringgit compared to 2019, which is RM7,826,790 ringgit. And next, the total equity for the year 2020 has increased by RM19,151,948 ringgit compared to 2019, which is RM18,993,583 ringgit. However, the total non-current liabilities for the year 2020 have decreased by RM10,913,035 ringgit compared to 2019, which is RM11,024,587 ringgit. Next, the total current liabilities for the year 2020 have increased by RM2,834,790 ringgit compared to 2019, which is RM2,701,032 ringgit. Next is the statement of profit and loss for IOI Properties Group Berhad. The gross profit for 2020 is RM1,195,361 ringgit. The earnings before interest and tax, which is EBIT, are RM764,548 ringgit. And lastly, the earnings after tax, which is it are RM329,517 ringgit. As you can see, all the detail in the statement of financial position appears to be mostly higher than 2019, and the detail in the statement of profit and loss also appears to be higher than the previous year. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for Ms. Tengku for your explanation. Now, Ms. Faika, you may start.
Thank you, Ms. Aliza. Firstly, I will explain the liquidity ratios of the company for the year 2019 and 2020, ensuring the comparison for both years. In 2020, the current ratio is 8.94 times higher than the previous year, which is 2.19 times. It shows that the company in 2020 is able to pay current liabilities. Next, the company's quick ratios in 2020 is 8.50 times higher than 2019, which is 2.14 times. It shows that the company in 2020 can cover all current liabilities. Furthermore, the net working capital in 2020 is 22,519,066 ringgit, higher than the previous year, which is 5,125,758 ringgit. It shows that the company in 2020 does have absolute measure liquidity. Let's move to the company's activity ratios. In 2020, the average collection period is 67 days, higher than the year 2019, which is 59 days. It shows that the company in 2020 does have difficulty in collecting a debt. Next, the company's inventory turnover is 0.4 times lower than the previous year, which is 0.5 times. It shows that the company in 2020 used inventory not effectively. The company's fixed assets turnover in 2020 is 0.08 times lower than in 2019, which is 0.09 times. It shows that the company in 2020 does have difficulty to generate sales by the net fixed asset. Afterward, we move to the company leverage ratios. The company's debt ratio in 2020 is 41.79%, lower than in the year 2019, which is 41.94%. It shows that the company in 2020 has a lower risk of bankruptcy. The company's debt equity ratio in 2020 is 0.57 times lower than in 2019, which is 0.58 times. It shows that the company in 2020 has less amount of debt. In 2020, the company's time interest earned is 15.29 times higher than the previous year, which is 13.69 times. It shows that the company in 2020 does not have difficulty to pay the interest payment. Last but not least, I will explain the company's profitability ratio. The company's gross profit in 2020 is 129.79% higher than the previous year, which is 117.71% net profit. It shows that the company in 2020 able to generate more profit after deducting the direct cost from its sales. The company's operating profit margin in 2020 is 83.01%, lower than the previous year, which is 93.49%. It shows that the company gains less profit after deducting direct costs. The company's net profit margin in 2020 is 35.74%, lower than in 2019, which is 79%. It shows that the company in 2020 has high in operating costs and lower sales. Then the company's return on assets in 2020 is 1% lower than the previous year, which is 2.44%. It shows that the company in 2020 is less in generating profit. The company's return of equity in 2020 is 1.72%, lower than 2019, which is 4.20%. It shows that the company in 2020 is not good in investment. Every 1 ringgit in each equity will earn 0.172 cents. That is all from me for the company's analysis ratios.
Thank you, Ms. Faika. So now, Ms. Sarah, what is your opinion based on analysis ratio presented by Ms. Faika just now? Do you agree to approve our loan application for this company?
Thank you, Ms. Aliza, Ms. Tengku, and Ms. Faika for your explanation. Based on the statement of profit and loss for the year of 2020, I can see that there is an increase in the total of comprehensive income compared to 2019. And I also notice most of the part under the probability ratio for 2020 are higher than 2019. So, from my point of view, I can say that the company is doing great and has a stable financial performance, so there is no problem for us to give a loan to IOI Properties Group Berhad.
I'm sorry for the interrupt, but may I add something?
Yes, you may proceed, Miss Fatima.
I agree with Miss Sarah that IOI Properties Group Berhad is doing great and has stable financial performance. But based on my research, Malaysian properties development industry facing a crisis due to COVID-19 pandemic since 2019. The records revealed that COVID-19 pandemic had significantly impacted real estate development, the housing market, and the construction industry. As a result, sustained and targeted policies are required to support Malaysia's construction industry's socio-economic growth and infrastructure development. Service providers are struggling to mitigate health risks for their employees and customers. Many developers can't obtain permits and they face construction delays, stoppages, and potentially shrinking rates of return. Meanwhile, many asset owners and operators face drastically reduced operating income, and almost all are nervous about how many tenants will struggle to make their lease pays. Causation and abatement are the words of the day, and players are working rapidly to figure out for whom they apply and how much. So why should we invest in this company even though we know that the company is facing loss due to pandemic?
I have the same belief with you. Most investors and operators are reconsidering all capital decisions. Extreme uncertainty surrounding the duration of cash flow depression and exit capitalization rate make it exceedingly challenging to underwrite their acquisition and discretionary capital expenditure with confidence. Despite that, IOI Properties has shown that its debt ratio that the company has low risk of bankruptcy, which is 0.15% lower than the previous year. Furthermore, the company is 0.01 times lower in debt equity, which is the amount of debt. This proves that the company does not have difficulty paying interest payment. I can say that a lot of companies has losses during the pandemic, but IOI Properties still managed to have stable financial performance unlike the other companies that faced bankruptcy during COVID-19. Miss Fatima, I think we have to reconsider our decision. But before that, how can you guarantee that the company will gain more profit in the future?
I cannot guarantee anything for now, but I believe we still here is convincing enough to show that our company will be successful. My superiors and I already planned what to do with the investment and the loan. Due to COVID, commercial office space, the material trend toward densification and open plan layers may reverse sharply. Public health officials may increasingly amend building codes to limit the risk of future pandemics. It is also possible that senior living facilities could prove they are best able to handle viral outbreaks, accelerating demand. So, what is your decision regarding to our meeting, Miss Fatima and Miss Sarah, for today?
What Miss Aliza has said is very convincing. So I agree to invest in II Properties Berhad.
I also agree with Miss Fatima and approve to give a loan to IOI Properties Group Berhad.
Alright, we have come to an agreement. So shall we close this discussion? Thank you for your participation. Till we meet again at the next meeting. Everyone can dismiss. Thank you.
Thank you, bye.